Hey guys, I'm Dimension Jumper. Today we're doing my top 5 hand abilities that could appear in Breath of the Wild 2. Now, with the recent trailer that we got for Breath of the Wild 2 a few weeks ago, there have been a lot of theories about what could happen in the game, the story, possible things that could happen, that sort of thing. And one of the things that was shown in the trailer was Link sort of freezing a metallic ball and basically pushing it backwards into some enemies, kind of like stasis. And I thought, why not make a video about some other possible hand abilities that could be used within Breath of the Wild 2. And so for number 5 is a sort of Magnesius power, or a kind of like a magnetic glove type ability. Because the magnetic glove has been used in, I think, a couple of 2D Zelda games before in the past, and it would be cool to see like that sort of come back into the Zelda games in more of a 3D setting, because if Nintendo does go the whole magnetic glove route, if they do bring in that sort of ability into the game, they could have the arm change colour from red to blue or that sort of thing. So like, red being north and blue being south, and they could obviously have whenever it goes red, it could mean that Link could be pulled towards a particular metallic object, or Link brings a metallic object to him, and it was blue, Link could pull that particular magnetic object to him, and he could either use it to get himself to one edge to the next, or use it to just hit enemies around with it and just get them out of the way if it's doing a particular side quest or particular main mission or something like that, or if it's for fun or something like that. And I think it'll be something quite interesting to see, because we have seen Magnesius before in Breath of the Wild, but that was only used to move metallic objects about. That's basically it. And I know it's going to be quite similar to the Magnesius ability in Breath of the Wild 2, or the magnetic glove, but I would like to see this used in several ways, probably used for some puzzles or some boss fights, and again, that was kind of used in the original Breath of the Wild with some of the shrines and Thunderblight Ganon's boss fights. But I think if it's used more and just used, and if it's used in the entire boss room instead of just a couple of metallic pipes that are summoned from the sky. So yeah, for number 4 is a kind of lantern type power, and this could be used in several dark caves, because I think with this ability it'll be quite interesting, because I think it'll do slightly better than the torch that was seen in the original teaser trailer, and as well as in Breath of the Wild. Because with the torch in Breath of the Wild, they were only used in several parts. For instance, it was used in one of the shrine quests. I think it's in the one with the whole forest in darkness shrine quest, and also for 2 different ancient tech labs, one for Pura, one for Robbie. And I don't think it was used. I think the torch could have been used a bit more in some parts of the game. But if this sort of ability is used in Breath of the Wild 2 for the hand, this could be used for specific areas, or more areas that could be used in the game. For example, caves, because we know that underground areas are going to be coming back, and that could also mean caves as well. So Link could use his lantern ability on his hand and basically light up the room, possibly for let's say 2 minutes or something, and then it has to recharge or something, I don't know. But it could light up the room and see what's in front of Link, what's on the side of him, what's on the right, left, behind him, that sort of thing. And it could also create a sort of map area as well, because kind of like how Twilight Princess did that with the whole cave thing, where when Link went one direction, that part of the map would continue going. And I would like to see that sort of to be done the same in Breath of the Wild 2, in which you have the map and it's basically this blank screen on the map, but then every time Link accesses a new area in the cave or an underground area, more of the map is shown off and you can see, where to go and that sort of thing. So yeah. For number 3 is a hook shot / claw shot type ability. Now this is kind of similar to the magnet glove idea, but instead of Link being drawn towards metallic objects, it's more of the case of being drawn towards hook shot or claw shot type targets. And I would like to see that, because it'll be quite cool, because Link could use this ability to on specific boss fights, or if he's in a particular dungeon or temple or something like that, and he could use this ability to basically get to a particular area to get a treasure chest that could contain an item or a boss key or a map or a compass or something like that. And he could use it again on a particular boss. For example, there could be a boss that might have a claw shot or hook shot type weakness, and Link could use that, and he could and if the iron boots are brought back in, I would like to see Link using the iron boots, either bring the boss towards him, or like Gargoyle, just bring the entire boss to the floor and then Link whacks at the main weakness. And yeah, and I do really like the hook shots and the claw shot. I think they're one of my favourite items in the game, and it would be cool to see this kind of concept being in the game and being used in the hand. For number 2 is a sensor type ability. Now the sensor in Breath of the Wild was nice, but it was kind of I felt like it's okay, but not. I felt like there was more. It could have more potential, and with the sensor ability in the hand, this could go like the sensor in Breath of the Wild, or like the wolf sensors in Twilight Princess, in which Wolf Link had to follow the specific trail of different things, people sense, I think a particular militant type sense, I think, in part of the game, and various other senses in the game. And this could be a combination of the sense in Breath of the Wild and the wolf sense, in which you hear the familiar beeping sound, and you could also say a sort of faint trail of where, let's say, particular enemies have been, or how far a particular location is. So let's say Link is trying to find a guardian or a stone tails or something, and the hand sensor could show Link how far that particular thing is, and it can also and the hand could bleep, showing if Link is getting close or not, and it could also change colours, so blue being green being this particular enemy is quite weak, so it's quite easy for Link to fight against. Yellow meaning that it's quite tough, but it's still a challenge. Or red, this is a real challenge and Link might barely just win. Or the particular enemy might have a one-hit kill that could take away all of Link's hearts. And that could be a really cool thing to be used in the game, and seeing how this could be used within the concept of Breath of the Wild. And for number 1 is a kind of hint sort of guide, and this could be used as a sort of setting, as a sort of way, kind of like how the amiibos were a setting in the original Breath of the Wild, and in a sense that this could be used for newer players. So for example, let's say Link is fighting King Dodongo or something. He can use the hand, it could target King Dodongo and sort of scan it, and then it'll give you a sort of hint saying only attack King Dodongo when he's preparing for a fireball attack or something like that. And that means that you have to throw bombs in his mouth, then he'll be vulnerable. And I think that'll be a really cool and interesting ability to see, but I think this could be used as more of a settings type ability, in which if you're a new player to like Breath of the Wild or the Zelda series as a whole, you can use that hint ability. You could set it on the settings and then use that particular hint ability for various monsters or something like that, or bosses or whatever. And I think that will be somewhat interesting and something that could be used within the game. So that's been my top 5 abilities, the hand abilities that could be used in Breath of the Wild 2. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.